For corruption to be eradicated in Nigeria, you and I must agree that we have a part to play to bring about the desired change. To have a corrupt-free Nigeria, we need reorientation and attitudinal change. We must embrace hard work and begin to see public office as public trust. The change begins with you and me. Hello and welcome to another episode of The Eagle. My name is Aisha Muhammad. Glad to have you back. On our lineup today, United Kingdom pledges support to EFCC. Former Katsina State Governor Shehu Shemu's trial adjourned to October 15, 2018. EFCC arraigns cash flow illegal bank operators for fraud. Magu charges students to shun acts of criminality. This and more will come your way right after this timeout.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
The British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Paul Arkwright, has said that the United Kingdom will continue to support the anti-corruption crusade in Nigeria, spearheaded by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Rolake Odofunjolayemi tells us more on this.
The British High Commissioner, who was accompanied by Daniel Murphy on a visit to the EFCC headquarters, Abuja, commended the Commission's efforts in ridding the country of corruption.
So I'm very pleased to hear your assurance that that is indeed how you're going to continue, as you have already continued your approach here in the EFCC. And I have said that we're ready to continue our support, the British government's support, both in technical assistance, in investigations, and of course more broadly in supporting this great independent institution of the EFCC. I remember back in 2016 when His Excellency President Buhari came to London for the Anti-Corruption Summit, yes. Made a number of important commitments and showed his personal integrity and his personal determination to fight corruption. And I've just seen in your office the picture of him next door with the slogan, unless we kill corruption, corruption will kill Nigeria. And I think it's always important to remember that in this building.
He urged the EFCC to work hand in hand with the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in ensuring a free and fair political process in the build-up to the 2019 elections.
We've had a very useful discussion about a number of subjects, some of them operational. We've talked as well about the elections coming up in February 2019 and the importance of the EFCC yes. and INEC as two important independent institutions who are there to help preserve the integrity of the political process here and clearly to take forward investigations without any prejudice on one side or the other, following the evidence and taking action where that is justified.
He further gave assurances of the British government's support in the areas of technical assistance, investigation and capacity building to the EFCC. The acting EFCC chairman, Ibrahim Magu, appreciated the British government for its support and assured them of the independence of the EFCC in the discharge of its mandate.
I want to assure you that we don't have any political interference in what we do. I tell you this, there's no doubt about that. And we continue to work with stakeholders like the INEC. We have an agreement, we are about signing an MOU just to ensure non-interference and free and fair election in this country. And we'll stop people using money to buy a vote. And we will be apolitical, I assure you. We will not have anything to do with politics. Anybody that is brought here, we normally carry out a very diligent preliminary investigation. We cannot invite anybody here if he's not been involved, if he's not found to be involved in one offense, one crime or the other. That is why when you come here, it takes a lot of effort for you to get back. So, and whatever case that comes here, we'll make sure we investigate it to logical conclusion and we'll take it to the court, because the court is the final arbiter. It takes the final decision. I want to assure you that we will not be deterred in the fight against corruption. And I also thank you and the British government for all the assistance rendered to this commission from the beginning, not even now.
According to him, the EFCC operates by international best practices and does diligent preliminary investigations. He added that the EFCC does not invite anybody to the commission if he or she is not found to be involved in a crime. Ron Lakeod of Injolaimi, reporting for the Eagle.
Corruption is dishonesty and illegal behavior by people in positions of trust. A public office is a public trust. Do not abuse positions of trust for private gains. Stay away from corruption. Nigeria is a great nation, and it is our responsibility to make the country greater. If you notice any act of corruption, please report to the EFCC via info@efccnigeria.org or call 09 904 4751 or 09 904 4752. You can also call 09 904 4753. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
Next is a report on the trial of a former governor of Kogi State, Ibrahim Shehu Shema, before Justice Babagana Ashgar of the Federal High Court sitting in Katsina, which could not go on following an application brought by the defendant challenging the competency of the charge. Here are the details of what transpired in court.
The application was moved by counsel representing the defendant, J.B. Daudu, SAN, asking the court to quash the 26-count charge against his client on the grounds that the star witness, one Nasiru Salisu Ingawa, is being prosecuted for the same offense by the ICPC at the Kogi State High Court. Daudu also asked the court to declare Section 396, subsection 2 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, which says ruling on all applications shall be taken along with a substantive case at the judgment stage. The learned Silk insisted that his application be taken and ruling on the same delivered before the trial of the substantive matter commences. Counsel for the prosecution, Ukutepa, SAN, opposed the prayer of the defense counsel and urged the court to take the application but reserve ruling till the end of the substantive matter. Ukutepa further argued that there is nothing to show that Nasiru Ingawa and Ibrahim Shema are the same people. He said, and I quote, "It is not an abuse of court process to prosecute different defendants in different courts for different offenses, or similar offenses with different jurisdiction for different allegations, even if they confederate in the crime." End of quote. After listening to arguments from both parties, Justice Ashgar upheld the argument of the prosecution that all applications regarding jurisdiction and competency of the charge shall be taken along with a substantive case at the judgment stage. He subsequently dismissed the application, for ruling before the trial begins and adjourned the matter to the 15th and 16th of October 2018 for trial. Rolake Odofinjolaimi, reporting for the Eagle.
Corruption is a cankerworm, na cankerworm. I said na cankerworm, na cankerworm. Corruption don't finish our country. Nigeria women rise up and come together, oh yeah.
Every woman come out, but we fight corruption together, oh. Every woman fall out, but we kill corruption together, oh.
Them they thief our money, send them obodo yibo. Children they suffer every day, better school in no day. Nigeria women come, oh. Women from every sector, make we fight corruption, we won't kill our country. Them go collect money for light, chop the money, light we no see. Good road and good health and call, we no see. I said na cankerworm, na cankerworm.
Join the EFCC in its crusade to rid Nigeria of corruption. Naija, now we all know.
Justice Muhammad Idris of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos, has adjourned to June 27, 2018 for further hearing in a 3.2 billion naira fraud case involving a former governor of Abia State, Orji Uzor Kalu, and others. The report.
Kalu is being prosecuted alongside his company, Slok Nigeria Limited, and his former Commissioner of Finance, Jones James Udeogu, for money laundering to the tune of over 3.2 billion naira. At the last adjourned sitting, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, through its counsel, Rotimi Oyedepo, SAN, had sought to further amend the charge against the defendants after closing its case. However, at the resumed hearing on June 13, 2018, the prosecution counsel, Oyedepo, informed the court that he was served with copious applications dated June 6, 2018, and filed on June 7, 2018, by the defense counsel led by Kalu Awa, SAN, in opposition to his application to further amend the charge against their clients. He further told the court that the day's proceedings was meant for the court to either hear his application to further amend the charge against the defendants or to hear the no-case submission that had previously been filed by the defense counsel on behalf of their clients. In his response, the lead defense counsel, Awa, told the court that there was an extant application on behalf of his client, Kalu. Also, Udeogu's lawyer informed the court that he had filed an application dated June 8, 2018, in respect of the further amended charge being sought by the prosecution. He further told the court that though he had received processes by lawyers to Kalu and the third defendant, Slok Nigeria Limited, the prosecution had not replied to any of them. The prosecution counsel, Oyedepo, told the court that all the processes were served on him in court that morning. He therefore sought an adjournment to enable him respond to the series of applications filed by the defense team. Justice Idris, after listening to the arguments by both counsels, adjourned the matter to June 27, 2018 for hearing of applications filed by the defense team against the amended charge being sought by the prosecution. Rolake Odofinjolaimi, reporting for the Eagle.
Thank you, Rolake, for that report. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has arraigned the quartet of Garba Dahiru, Halil Abdullahi, Saleh Usaini Gamawa, and Aminu Umar Gadia before Justice M. Shitu of the Federal High Court Bauchi on a 4-count charge bordering on conspiracy and accepting cash payment exceeding the threshold provided by the law. The report.
Dahiru, a former commissioner of finance in Bauchi State, alongside 3 other defendants in their capacities as members of the fundraising committee of the political party, were alleged to have received cash payment of 214,770,000 naira during the campaign for the 2015 general elections beyond the threshold provided by law, thereby violating the provisions of the Money Laundering Act. They pleaded not guilty to the charge. While adjourning the case to 16th and 17th October 2018, Justice Shitu granted all the defendants bail in the sum of 50 million naira each and 2 sureties in like sum, one of which must be a resident of Bauchi with landed property in the jurisdiction. In another development, the absence of a former secretary to the government of Bauchi State, Ahmed Ibrahim Dandija, has stalled the arraignment of Babayo Garba Gamawa, Aminu Hammayo, Aliyu Abdullahi Jalam, Dahiru Madaki, and Sunusi Isa before Justice M. Shitu of the Federal High Court, Bauchi, on 5-count charge bordering on conspiracy and money laundering. The defendants, who held various positions in Bauchi State government as former deputy governor, former secretary to the government of Bauchi State, former special assistant to Bauchi State governor, member finance committee, Bauchi State PDP 2015 election campaign, former special advisor to the Bauchi State governor, and former secretary to the Bauchi State government, respectively, are alleged to have sometime in March 2015 conspired to accept cash payment exceeding the threshold provided by law, thereby committed an offence contrary to Section 18A and punishable under Section 16, subsection 2B of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 as amended. Investigation revealed that the money, which is about 500 million naira, was collected on 27 March 2015 by Babayo Garuba Gamawa and Alhaji Aminu Hammayo, and suspected to be part of the $150 million allegedly disbursed by a former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Diziani Alison Madweke, to compromise the 2015 election. The court was slated for Wednesday, June 6 for arraignment, but when the case was called, only 5 defendants entered the dock. However, the 6th defendant's counsel, Nasiru Balam Malam, informed the court that his client was absent due to illness, which necessitated him to travel abroad for medical attention. He therefore asked for an adjournment to enable his client to appear in court. While adjourning the case to September 25, 2018 for arraignment, Justice Shitu ordered the 6th defendant to be present in court on the next adjourned date. Golden Onwura, reporting for the Eagle.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC has arraigned a director of Cash Flow Abi Network Limited, Philemon Ibrahim Gora, before Justice Ijoma Ojuku of the Federal High Court Maitama on a 2-count charge for illegal operating a financial institution. Rolake Odofin Jolayemi tells us more.
The defendants are alleged to have between 2012 and 2017 used the company Cashflow ABI Network Limited to defraud unsuspecting customers, contrary to Section 2, subsection 1 of the Banks and Other Financial Institutions Act and Section 49, subsection 1 of the same Act. The defendants pleaded not guilty to the counts after it was read to them. In view of the plea, prosecuting counsel G.K. Latona urged the court to fix a date for trial and to remand the suspect in prison custody. Counsel to the defendant, Alex Marama, however, notified the court that he received the charges a day before the arraignment and so was unable to file bail applications. He said, and I quote, "We therefore seek to make an oral application for the bail of our client," arguing that the defendant had been on EFCC's administrative bail and did not violate any conditions preferred against him. Latona opposed the application for bail, urging the court to take into cognizance the nature of the offence committed. After listening to the arguments, Justice Ojuku granted the defendants bail in the sum of 10 million naira each, with 2 sureties in like sum, who must be federal civil servants not lower than grade level 16 and must own landed property. The trial judge also ordered him to surrender his international passport to the court. He is to also pay 5 million naira as bond and will be in Kuje prison, pending when he fulfills the conditions. The case has been adjourned to October 2nd and 3rd, 2018. Rolake Odofin reporting for the Eagle.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation, and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
If you're just joining us, the program is still The Eagle, coming to you from the stables of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. To be part of the program, you can send your contributions to the Eagle at efccnigeria.org. In furtherance of its strategic initiative to catch them young and ensure a corrupt-free Nigeria, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC Benin Zonal Office has taken its enlightenment and sensitization campaign to Army Day Secondary School, Bauchi, Edo State. The report.
Head Public Affairs Directorate, Benin Zonal Office, Williams Osegale, who represented the acting chairman of the commission, Ibrahim Magu, charged the students to be disciplined, accountable, and transparent in all they do. He posited that the Nigeria of their dream was achievable only when they shun acts of criminality and work conscientiously to build a just and equitable society.
What we have come to tell you today is that you as young people, you must stay away from financial crimes. What are financial crimes, for instance? And economic crimes. Economic crimes involve bunkering, illegal oil theft. Financial crimes can be yahoo, romance scam, and all those kind of scams. Advanced fee fraud. We have come to tell you to stay away from it. I'll tell you the effect of corruption, why you must embrace, why you must have a different mindset. The truth outside there is that so many young people, you want to be rich, Abi? Yes. Who wants to be richer? That's for yourself. You must be hardworking to get to where you want to be. There is no shortcut to success. If anybody has told you before that there's a shortcut to success, it's a lie. Tell the person that you will be hardworking. But you know, okay, I know so many of us are Muslim and Christian here. But what the Bible says about hard work is that it said, seest that a man who is diligent in his work, he says he will not stand before small people. He will stand before kings and queens. What does that mean? If you are dedicated to your study, you can get to the top of your profession. If you study hard today, you can get to the top of whatever you want to be.
He urged them to be reflective and never to allow themselves to be used by those who are criminally minded, as that was capable of truncating their dreams. Principal of the school, Efu Ugomore, thanks the Commission for taking time to enlighten the students.
In fact, we are very happy that you have come to visit us today to give a kind of awareness. And with this, I'm sure that what they are going to be teaching now in the class will be a kind of reference point to them and for them to let others know what they have seen today in the school. I'm very grateful to EFCC for their coming here to give us a kind of enlightenment on the evils of criminology and every other things.
Corruption is a cankerworm, na cankerworm. I say na cankerworm, na cankerworm. Corruption don't finish our country. Nigeria women rise up and come together, oh yeah.
Every woman come out, but we fight corruption together, oh. Every woman fall out, but we kill corruption together, oh.
Them they thief our money, send them obodo yibo. Children they suffer every day, better school in no day. Nigeria women come, oh. Women from every sector, make we fight corruption, we won't kill our country. Them go collect money for light, chop the money, light we no see. Good road and good health and call, we no see. I say na cankerworm, oh, na cankerworm, oh.
Join the EFCC in its crusade to rid Nigeria of corruption. Naija, now we all know.
And with that, we have come to the end of today's episode of The Eagle. You can send your feedback to us via the Eagle at efccnigeria.org or search for us on Google Plus at Official EFCC or Official EFCCNG at gmail.com. You can like our page on facebook.com/Official EFCC or follow us on Twitter at Official EFCC. And of course, you can visit our Instagram page. To watch our programs and other activities, please log on to youtube.com/Official EFCC. My name is Aisha Mohammed, hoping to see you next week. Remember that a public office is a public trust, and do not abuse positions of trust for private gains. Goodbye and God bless Nigeria.